Welcome back to Baja. It's day 14. We're Brian, Marisha, and Carlos. Today, we're navigating our way from the west coast to the Sea of Cortez on a whole new route, which so far, we haven't had the best of luck with. So wish us luck. Here we go. Good morning. We're on our way we have a 170 mile track that we've just started. 100 miles today. That gets us to the east coast, so on the Sea of Cortez, and then another 70 down the coast that will end us in La Paz.
It's kind of a somewhat graded, it's got a lot of washboards, but somewhat graded road, so I think we're going to do all right on that. We've been on this road before, but we just haven't completed it to the coast.
Yeah.
Last time we turned around, came back.
Well, yeah, we kind of made like a short loop out of it, but we're going all the way this time.
So we're full on gas. Shouldn't have any gas issues, unless it becomes really challenging trail, then we'll play that by ear. But yeah, so at the beginning of our trip we got delayed. We had some family stuff that we got surprised by. And so that delayed us about 2.5 days roughly.
Yeah.
And then we ran into some challenges on trails from a gas standpoint. That created some issues. So we had a couple failed challenges. But we had to skip 2 beaches, which is a bummer.
One of them was our main goal of this whole trip, and we have to skip it just because it's the biggest wild card, and we're already a couple days behind. So
a really pretty rough trail from what we read.
Yeah.
And it was 4 hours in and 4 hours out.
In a perfect world.
We're already 2.5 days behind. And so if we were to make that 4-hour trip, we wouldn't want to just turn around, spend one night, turn around, and come back and drive both days. We'd want to stay there a couple of nights, and we just can't. That would really put us behind if we were to do that. So that's really the main reason, is we just don't have the time to do it. So now that we're back on track, though, this should be awesome. So hopefully we'll be able to show you some cool stuff. Nonetheless, you know, what's good about all the failed missions is that you get an idea of what those roads are like. Yeah, so anyway, you guys saw all that.
You saw it all.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've run into a few things. It's all good. We're back on schedule, and hopefully we'll have a good, successful drive today to the coast. And Carlos is ready. He's over the desert thing, and he wants some beach time. All right, wish us luck. We'll see you guys on the trail. We're approaching San Luis Gonzaga, which is a little mission town that we drove through last time we were here. So we're not going to stop. You can just go to the video. I'll link it below if you want more info on this really cool mission. We're just gonna drive through town, but I'll show it again real quick.
So we talked to those guys last time. Do you think they remember us?
They maybe.
This building's cool.
Yeah, the building's really cool.
We went inside. We got a shot of it in our other video, but there's a bar in there. It's like abandoned. Either that was a mercantile. It might have been a mercantile.
It was a hacienda.
It was a hacienda with a bar in it.
Yeah, that was his house.
Was one bar?
No, the whole thing was his house, but he probably entertained.
I see.
I read the history. It's a guy that lost all his coins when the donkey ran away, his gold, and then everyone's been on the search for it ever since. He got some remembering.
I see. Hey, you want to watch that video? I'll watch it myself as well.
All right, here we go.
Back on it.
The one thing we might do different this time around is there's actually another mission further up, and if you have watched the last video on this area, we tried to find the second mission and it looked like it was gated off, but we had somebody comment that says if we would have kept going, there is a way to that mission, so maybe we'll try and get to that this time and add that, and that is Mission La Pasion.
Yeah, it looked like it was private property when we were here last. and it was gated off for private property, like it was purchased and used as a ranchero or something, but I guess that's not the case.
Yeah, well, somebody said it looks like that you can still get to it, so we're gonna try. We'll let you know. That would. He's yelling at us. What's that? Cow?
Seems kind of peaceful in here, actually.
It's very peaceful here. There's like three houses really close to each other, and
yeah.
Carlos, you're not allowed to swim in that one. Sorry, bud. That one's a little too dirty.
Cool block, though.
It's too dirty.
Chicken.
You used to lose your marbles when you herd animals or smelled them.
Smelled the cow.
It's growing up right in front of our eyes.
Oh, it's all spruced up.
Yep, spruced up for Easter.
It's blinging.
Brian nailed it. Everyone came and decorated the cemetery at Easter. It's all fresh.
We'll get a close-up for you.
Yeah, let's do it. Horses. That guy's all saddled up, ready to go. There's enough people out here where they have the park. Look at their cute church. It's all super wee.
Got 2 bells, man. It's a double dinger.
Here's the school. That's that. That's town. Besides the washboards this time, on that initial straightaway, this road's like really well maintained. Like, we're starting to get up into the mountains, and you can tell they grade it pretty regularly. So fingers crossed it stays like this all the way to the beach.
Gotta speak to the trail gods.
Another ranchero. Pretty big operation. He's got a lot of cattle.
Yeah, he's got a lot of steer. And a horsey.
All 3 of us are stopping for,
Yeah, we all got
for a potty break.
Yeah, potty break.
Potty break right here. Another really cool roadside shrine in the middle of nowhere. Pseudo oasis.
Whoa, crane. And a huge...
Crane with a huge hog. What you guys got going on? All right, here's what we hit last time. This guy has a really nice property.
Ranchero Oasis.
Yes, and he's
That's what it's
got
called.
private property signs and gates and fences all over the place. But we're gonna see if we can make it to this mission.
Mauritius on a mission.
Yeah. This is the gate we turned around at last time. We're gonna go check and see if we can find it on the backside.
You can see the houses that are built up there, and they're all painted and nice and fancy town.
Keep gate closed. Do not enter.
Not very friendly amigo, that's for sure.
At this upcoming road, and that might get us
That's
there.
what we said last time.
I know, but I don't think we went far enough.
Yes, Mauritia.
Well, we checked the gates and we checked the sign, which says private property, no enter, like in English and Spanish. Gives an email address. I guess maybe you have to set it up ahead of time or ask them, but I'm not gonna just walk into someone's property that says don't come in at all.
And in English, do not enter.
Do not enter. So, yeah, we're gonna have to pass again. We even drove around the backside and the road just kept going up into the mountains away from where we need to go. So, we don't get to see that mission again, maybe another time, and we'll inquire and let you guys know how to visit it, so maybe someone else can. Here is what we know now. Rancho La Presa has its own mission-looking modern church. That is what you see from the road. Mission La Pasión via Los Dolores is located a few miles past Rancho La Presa. Turn left after La Presa. There's also an old aqueduct structure on the way. We'll drop full directions in the description below. We're officially in uncharted territory once again, which is awesome.
Gone further than we've ever gone before on this road.
It's true. It's fact. Yeah, wish us luck. The road.
There's the road god.
The road. We've been praying to every what is it? Busted up tire on the side of the road. We do a little to the road gods. So it's keeping the roads somewhat accessible. It's getting a little less maintained up here, but still not too bad. And this guy over here by the shrine.
Is that adorable?
Yes.
With the cow?
Adorable. Yes. We'll go by our friends here. Very slow, and hopefully we don't disturb them. Church up here on the hill for this little town coming up on, which is San Pedro de la Presa. Oasis.
Hanging out with some moo-moos. Why don't these guys just come down here and drink some water?
I know, the cows need to come down here, learn from the horse. This cow's smart. He's like, I'm gonna hang with these guys.
The pony. Water is crystal clear.
It is. Somebody put in a little pavement here, which is super smart. Especially on the edge of this business. Next, we are coming up on the town of Las Animas. I think our favorite part of these remote roads are the small towns and ranches you get to experience on your drive through. The church up on the hill, super cute.
Adorable.
I believe I saw our road in that hot mess down there. Your brakes are in good order, kids. Road's nuts.
Yeah, gotta be on your toes.
Exposed and narrow and steep. I mean, they do have some little concrete sections, which is massive, because without it, this road would be horrifying. Cute little ranchero. Rancho Los Dolores. This is a good one. In this beautiful valley. Only the adorable ones. Yeah. Our road has changed. We have just entered in what is called El Portzuelo Natural Preserve. Didn't know that was back here, so that's a nice bonus. And it's pretty freaking gorgeous.
Natural preserve. We're 8 miles from the beach, kids. 8 miles from the beach. Rules are as follows. Do not karate chop cactuses. Do not hit animals with stick. Maybe you can't throw an axe or chop anything down. No shooting, maybe people or anything. And no littering.
I like all those rules.
I think we, I think we can abide by that.
The mountains are huge, and we're on our last 6 miles before we hit the coast, and we are ready for some ocean. 87 degrees, clear skies. 6 miles, a little rough in the beginning, but totally worth it. Coming in the opposite direction would be rough.
It might be a challenge for 2-wheel drive. Everything else on this is totally fine for 2-wheel drive, but coming up this might be a challenge for two-wheel.
Loose and rutted and steep. So down below is a town called San Everisto. It's like a dead end off the trail that we're on. We actually have to backtrack up this hill to get out of here, but we're gonna go see if there's like a taco shop or something where we can get some lunch. All right, we stopped at the fishing village and we're gonna make some lunch. We didn't see any kind of restaurant. I think it's like a legit fishing village. So I think there was one restaurant on top of the hill. They rent cabanas and have a restaurant, but we want to be down by the water for Carlos because it's kind of hot. And he's in like bird paradise here. You know his obsession with birds. He's already chased like 15 pelicans, a swarm of seagulls. He's having a good time. So we're gonna eat some lunch and then we're going to get back on trail and head south where it kind of hugs the coast. I think the whole way or most of the way. Yeah, we'll get some private beaches and camping. I'm excited for the beach. Back on the road and back on the washboards.
I stopped in a little town, had some lunch.
Yep.
Marie cooked up something real nice.
Real nice.
Good. Very, very good. Carlos chased some seagulls, some buzzards, and pelicans.
Pelicans, yeah. He was in bird paradise.
Rolled on out.
Oh, and they rolled in a dead fish carcass.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He did that too.
He only got one roll though. I caught him.
Yeah.
One roll.
Brian was on it. He doesn't stink, so we got lucky. Maybe he missed it.
Oh, he got the tail.
Well,
He got the tail.
I'll be careful where I kiss him until he swims a few times. But we're on a road that is skirting the beach. You can't see the water yet, but I think we're getting there. And this is our road for the next probably 2 days.
And this, friends, is where we shall leave you until next time.
All right, we're stuck again. We're gonna try another beach because of me. Morning walk before it gets hot. If all goes well, which it's been about 50-50 this trip so far. And then we'll be doing a multi-day beach drive. You know, you never know what you're gonna get. We are working for this last section.
Bumpy.
Yeah, it is.
See you next time. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell, do all the things. It really helps us out by allowing us to reach a larger audience.